Welcome. I'm Dr. Owen Anderson, and this is our cat, Coconut. Now, someone told me recently they saw Coconut, and they said, that is an ugly cat. And so I wanted to get your idea here. Your Coconut. How are you doing? Say hi to the camera. So I wanted to get your impression of Coconut in order to see if Coconut's an ugly cat. Coconut, the cat, doing philosophy. Now she's kind of lost her voice. Let me tell you a little bit about Coconut. We adopted her from a cat shelter, a cat rescue, because she had been abandoned by her owners here in Arizona. Her owners who had her moved, and they said, I guess we don't want that cat anymore. And so they put her outside to make it on her own. And she kind of scrounged out a living for a few years, maybe eating out of from neighbors or something, and but got really unhealthy and quite skinny. And she was picked up by a cat rescue. They took her in, and they would start to feed her, but she really had some underlying health issues from that time. So you can see, for example, that she's kind of lost her voice. And unfortunately, it looks like maybe she got hurt by someone, because she also has only a couple broken teeth left, and her front legs seem to be crooked. So when she walks around, she kind of hobbles and slash limps. So you wonder if maybe she was hurt, and she does that kind of a meow. She was having nap time. Let's get the speaker out of the way. You don't want to see the speaker. You want to see the cat and see for yourself. So we rescued her and have been going to the vet with her to get her taken care of, her teeth and some other problems she had. And it made me think, you know what? This would be a good cat to do philosophy with, especially when someone says she's a really ugly cat. And it hadn't occurred to me before. I said, well, wait a minute. Ugly? It's Coconut. She's a cutie. So it made me start to want to think about the aesthetics of a cat. And I'm going to share this document here. We'll do some notes. Make this a little bigger so you can still get a good look at Coconut. Let me see if I can hold her up better. How does Coconut the cat teach? Come here. There. This is a good looking cat, isn't she? How does she teach aesthetics? Well, she raises some good questions for us about what makes something beautiful. Normally, you might talk about kind of beauty as an intuition. You see something and it just either strikes you as beautiful or not. But then we can reflect on those intuitions and say, I wonder what informs them. So someone can do a kind of cultural critique of your intuitions and say, yeah, your intuitions about beauty were formed by these developmental factors from the market, and they're not really yours. They were someone else's and they were given to you. Or that's maybe a contemporary analysis, or someone could do a more of an Aristotelian or Platonic definition, is that when you see beauty, you're seeing the form of something. And so in Coconut, you see the form of cat. So what makes a cat either beautiful or not beautiful? Now, I was looking at Coconut one day and seeing how she'd walk around and she's kind of limping. And I was thinking, even so, she holds herself like a cat. I could see the feline in her as the way she moves. It's not elegant or good looking, I don't think, but it's definitely a feline movement. And she still retains that even after having gone through this really terrible situation. And so that also made me think about this third point. I'm putting these out there as study questions for you, group questions in Philosophy Club. Coconut's story and the problem of evil, right? Here's Coconut living this life. She's in the house and then she gets kicked out. I have on this black shirt and it'll be filled with white hair now. Are you all done? You're done doing philosophy? She's finished. She was taking a nap and I had to wake her up and she's not happy about that. See, that's about as vocal as she gets. So what do you think? Is that a good looking cat or a not good looking cat? I think she's exemplifies the feline and has a kind of beauty to her. But what is beauty? Be a good question for the group. And then Coconut's story and the problem of evil. I kind of wondered if she gives a picture like this. She went through really hard times, and now she's got it quite good. I mean, she gets nice meals. She's seeing vets. She's laying around. She's got the best life possible. Many people might think of that as the story of our life. We are in this world, and we just hope that what will make suffering worth it is that we get out of this life and go to heaven. So she was in heck, and now she's in heaven. And many people think that somehow makes sense of suffering, but I don't think it does. I don't think it makes sense of why we had to go through suffering in the first place to get to heaven. So these are three questions to reflect on as we think about how a cat can teach philosophy. See you next time.